Hey everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. If this is your first time here, my name is Pamela and I like to share deliciously easy plant-based recipes. So if those are the types of videos that you like, be sure to click that little red subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my future videos. Today, I'm going to show you how to make this delicious and easy Amaretto Oatmeal. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. All right, now before I start on my Amaretto Oatmeal, I'm actually going to heat up a 1/4 cup of soy milk in the microwave. And I'm just going to put it in a 20-ounce mug and heat it up for about 30 seconds. And that's going to be enough so I can froth it. Now onto my oatmeal while my milk is getting warmed up. I'm going to put 1 ounce of oatmeal in my bowl. And then I'm going to zero out my scale. And I've got this vanilla bean powder. I'll put a link down in the description box down below. I've started using this instead of vanilla extract. It has a lot more flavor. It's just ground up vanilla beans. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little of that on top of my oats. And then up next, I've got these ground almonds. Now I ground these myself, and I'll show you how I did that. So I've got this jar of whole almonds because they're the cheapest. And I've got a quart-size freezer bag. And you want to use a freezer bag because it's thicker than just a regular Ziploc bag. And you're just going to put some almonds into your freezer bag. Go ahead and close it up and get all of the air out of there because you don't want to, when you're crushing your almonds, pop the Ziploc bag. And then I'm going to use the bottom of my jar here, but you can use like a rolling pin, a wine bottle, whatever you've got that's nice and heavy. And you're just going to crush the almonds. So you can see they're already starting to break up there. And I'm just going to do this to the entire bag. And once that is all done, and I'll show you here, so you can see they're starting to get nice and crushed. You're just going to crush them to however you like them. But once that's all done, open up your whatever jar you want them in, pour them in, and then you've got a jar of nice crushed almonds on the cheap. So back to our oatmeal. I'm going to go ahead and put in 1 ounce of almonds down into my bowl here. And just 1 little ounce. It's so hard to measure, and if you get too much over, then you have to pull it back out. It's kind of a pain. There we go. So 1 ounce. Next up is my fruit. I've got these pre-sliced bananas that were super ripe when I froze them, so they're nice and sweet. And I'm going to put about 1.5 ounces. Any more than that in there, it's way too sweet. So about 1.5 ounces. And then I've got these dark sweet cherries that are frozen. And they're pre-pitted, everything, it's nice. And I'm going to add enough of those to make 6 ounces total of fruit. And you'll see I go a little bit over. So I'm going to pull that back out as many as I need to get to 6 ounces. And then once I get to 6 ounces, I'm just going to put a little bit of water down in the bottom of the bowl. And I'll show you here how much. So not too much. And I'm going to microwave that for 4 minutes. Okay, back to my matcha. So I've got a measuring cup here, and I love this matcha. It's actually not culinary grade, it's ceremonial grade, but it's not crazy expensive. I'll put a link in the description box down below. I put a link to this in my Amazon Finds by Wiki Pamela group on Facebook a while ago. So if you're in that group, you may already have seen the link to this, but I'll put it in the description box down below. But anyways, I'm putting 1/2 teaspoon in some hot water there. And then I've got a little electric whisk. And I'm just going to go ahead and whisk my matcha powder so that it's all nice and combined in that water. If you use like a fork or a spoon, it can kind of not get all incorporated. So I'm just going to go ahead and whisk that up. Then I'm going to use my electric whisk to froth that milk that I heated up for 30 seconds. And it doesn't take too long. This electric whisk is really good. And it was only $12. I'll put a link to this down in the description box down below too. And again, the link to this was already in that group. So if you're in that group, you may have already seen it. So once my milk is frothed, I'm just going to go ahead and dump my matcha tea right into it. And there is my matcha latte to go with my oatmeal. All right, so my oatmeal is hot out of the oven. And I'm just gonna take my spoon and kind of cut up the cherries. So I get a cherry in each bite and mash up the bananas so they're distributed evenly. And then I'm gonna put a 1/4 cup of soy milk in, and that helps cool it off. And then when I stir it in, it also turns it this nice, pretty mauve color. And that also completes the protein serving for my oatmeal. So there is my Amaretto Oatmeal, and this has become my go-to morning breakfast lately. It is so good. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. If you want to see more from my channel right now, go ahead and click one of the videos that you see on your screen right here, and I will see you next time.